So not only is it disappointing for me to learn that my friend has some level of drug addiction that like interfered with his ability to have human compassion, like literally did. Not only is it disappointing for me to watch the parents in my own community um, raise up their children to be absolute fucking criminals who think that our neighborhood is some sort of vacation destination for them where they can be as loud and obnoxious as possible and disruptive to their neighbors. Very, very. They are playing good music, I'll give them that. Mad World, that's like the only song I can even listen to on that album anymore. But anyway, okay. So, white folks, you are so fucking inconsiderate. Like, I realize I'm white as well. Like, I'm right here in the same genre with you. But I can't, I can't, I'm so shocked by how inconsiderate white people are. How much they just force their fucking will, especially in a situation, like a stressful situation like a pandemic where they feel like, oh, damn, my white rights are being infringed upon. I might go back to Burning Man, but I'm not positive that I will because, like, reflecting back, like, I've watched the videos back a few times now, and it's some of the most white privileged bullshit I've ever fucking seen. It's pretty disappointing. It's pretty disappointing. And if they're unable to somehow diversify and realize that human safety should come first, it's like it's all these people, all these white people who are like, I should be able to pole dance in the middle of the desert during a pandemic. I should be able to like hang out at a bar and play dodgeball and shit. I can tell you straight up, you guys, I was safe. I was safe. If I caught COVID from being out in Burning Man, it was entirely because of my pod mate. But 30 years of friendship, he had never given me any indication that he would actually put my health or safety in risk. And last weekend, he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong. We can all be betrayed at some point, right? Like, we can all be betrayed at some point and realize that we made a mistake, a character judgment mistake. And obviously that's happened to me quite a few times this year. Burning Man, folks, I get you're like an art festival and shit. I mean, that was such an incredible display of white fucking privilege. It really was. Like, even being free, even being a free event, it's like near impossible for people to get there. And it's all about, look at me, I'm so fucking sexy. I'm out in the middle of the desert and I'm like being Star Wars and shit and Dune and Mad Max and crap. I live in a fucking HOA and it's like I'm on a beach somewhere right now with party fucking people doing like spring break partying. Because these people just literally do not care about their neighbors whatsoever. They do not care. This is not how life should be. Like, when you own a property and there is a clause within your HOA that says that you're entitled to like a peaceful environment, and we have not had that for a year and a half. We haven't had that for a year and a half. Because these parents out here who are QAnon fucking stupid ass pieces of shit are encouraging their kids to be as obnoxious as possible. And they treat our pool, which is directly across the street from me, as though it is the party place in the neighborhood. But I've been told by the HOA president and other people within the community that this is not the only place that they congregate to. despite the fact that it's like right in front of my condo, but like this is not the only place they come. There are other places within the community where they are disrupting neighbors, and they're like, yeah, well, the sound curfew in Aliso Viejo goes to 11 p.m. There's a difference between like a normal like sound curfew versus actually like antagonizing and harassing residents, and that's what you're doing. So it's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same. And why? Why would you even want to do that? Why would you want to create such disharmony with your neighbors? But anyway, yeah, I've watched back the Burning Man videos quite a bit. It was a really interesting event. It was something that I probably will try and do again. But at the same time, I felt like there was a ton of white privilege there. I felt like it was just a really, there were so many anti-maskers and stuff. Just people who were like, look at me, I'm going to thumb my nose to public health and safety. It was, you can do something like that. You can have a festival like that and have it be completely safe. And actually, it was in an environment where even those of us who didn't agree with these knuckleheads could be safe. Like I feel like I was safe at that event, except for the fact that I was staying with a friend who apparently, the more I'm thinking back on this, the more I'm realizing that he is a conservative libertarian and he's fucking full of shit. But I've known him for so long, and mainly like what we had in common was like music and just like pop culture and stuff. We didn't get too deep into politics, and there was a moment over the weekend where he's like, you're not allowed to talk about politics. And I'm like, you do realize like that's the majority of what I do. Like that's what I do. I'm like, I do live streams. I'm like a hardcore volunteer. This is like what I do. Why would you tell me that I can't be myself? But now I know. He's a fucking conspiracy theorist. He's a drug addict. And he says he got the vaccine. I hope he told me the truth. He says he got it.